Viewers, welcome to another episode at On TV. I would like to thank On TV again for giving me this opportunity to come to their show and spread the message for everyone who is watching this show to have a better healthy lifestyle and how to live active and healthy, basically. So again, like I said, for last couple of weeks, I've been doing the show first 20 minutes of English and 20 minutes of Bengali, which people can benefit. The people who understand English very good, and not just here in UK, but also people in Bangladesh as well. It's kind of community work to give it to the people that what I've gained over the years, and that is important, I think, as well. Everyone should be able to benefit from this. So today's is very nice day outside, and I hope when this program finish that we all gonna go outside, because in UK, in London especially, the day is very nice, sunny day. So when program finish, everyone should be going outside, especially people watching this program. Go outside, take your children, take your family members with you that are living in a house, and go and enjoy some sun, which is there while we have it, and get some vitamin D from it because we don't get that much sun in the UK, so we must use it and take this benefit of it while we have it. Today I won't take much long in talking about the food, because I think the viewers watches it every week and they want to have something a little bit different every week, and which I understand. But I want I want to be able to emphasize that we always do the basic things, yeah. That we basic things, we healthy things, we exercise, and we can do basic things. It doesn't have to be very specific and very precise. We had that we have to go to gym, and like I said, weeks and weeks out there, there is no if you go to the gym, or if you go for running, or if you play football or badminton or a table, that's all. They all count as exercise. So exercise is a big umbrella. So it's not just going to the gym; it's a class of exercise, or playing football. All of them are, whatever you love, enjoy, and the most important thing is that you gotta have a passion for something. Yeah. So if you love something and you're passionate about something, you'll do it without anyone telling you what to do. So go out there, keep yourself busy, choose activity that you like, that you enjoy. This COVID that proved to us that this COVID doesn't care whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you're young, whether you're old, or whether you're strongest Superman. It doesn't care. Um, the only things this COVID proved to us, that your health is vital, very important. That you, as long as your health is good, your immune system is good, you can fight it. Yeah, you can resist. So we must focus on that. Our health is a wealth. Like I said to you again and again, I come across many people. I coach many people from different backgrounds. Some are working people 9 to 5. Some are students. Some are, very keen. Very active. Love the gym. So I coach everyone from different background for over a decade. So you got to be able to do something that you like and take your mind out of it. So you can be rich, you can have a best job, doesn't mean you're happy and healthy. So we, like I said, we've got to have a good, healthy balance, and that is make sure that you eat correct. You lot of fruits, vegetable, spend time with your family. You know, of course, this time you can't spend time with your family and friends, because this is not allowed. The government rules very clearly says that. So don't go out there and think that I told you that you should be going out. So no, you should be active and with the government rules and regulations in the UK, especially. So, like I said, I told you, COVID didn't distinguish between the rich or the poor. It's all about was if you're healthy, if your health is good, And I think what I have seen in about year time, which is the COVID started in 2019 till now, I have witnessed myself that people became more active, and people actually care for their health, and which is really, really positive things. If people are active and they care about their health, which is really important. It's not just being look good physically, you're not looking good, your body's not just looking good, but it also mentally helps you as well. So I hope more people, stay fit and active even after the pandemic. So today, I just touch on the topics of breakfast. Very important meal of the day. We must have a good breakfast that is a good nutrition breakfast. Yeah. So, I have seen people eating a croissant in the morning, um, uh, sandwich in the morning. I'm sorry to say the Nutella in the morning. These things are not your best type of breakfast. Um, I would recommend it to have a porridge. I think is one of the best breakfast. Porridge with, you can put some berries, and I think that is a breakfast, best breakfast. And if you want to have a hot drink, go for a tea or coffee, maybe not too much sugar or milk, because that is important. So having a good breakfast is or you can have a breakfast, scrambled eggs with the toast, bread, brown bread. I recommend, but I think porridge I would recommend. I think probably the best breakfast out there. Porridge, it keeps you full and doesn't make you hungry, and it's a very complex carbohydrate, so it doesn't spike your insulin level as well, so it doesn't give you the temporary energy. So porridge with the banana, best things you can have. So try to have a good breakfast. Start your day is very good. And uh, if someone wants to do jogging, and what is the best time, there is no best time. I think you can choose a time that you flex, because we all work. Yeah, it's no good saying, okay, if it's jogging good for me in the morning because my lifestyle fits that timetable, it's good for me, but because it might not fit with your timetable. But if you were to spend in the morning jogging, it's more beneficial. So jogging in the morning, you have still a lot of carbs overnight and fat, and jogging fast in the morning, it probably triggers better the reserve fat that's stored into the body. So jogging in the morning probably do better if you have the time, if you can fit within your lifestyle. So that is something important. So have a healthy breakfast. Start your day with a breakfast. That's very important. So I will touch into that. Our the Asian generations of Asian people, they have the breakfast, which is a tea, a biscuit in the morning, and that is not the healthiest way. Or they have, porota with eggs and stuff like that. So we got to avoid as much as the oil, the butter, the lot of pasties. We've got to avoid all this. So having a healthy breakfast is very important. Uh, the next thing I'll talk about is everybody is different. Yeah, we all got different lifestyle, the activities are different. Is how much calories we should be taking a day. Is it 2,500? Yeah, 3,000 is a 2,000. So of course there's a guideline for men is 2,000. That is just a guideline. Yeah, could be more, could be less, but it all depend on your activity, your lifestyle. So just giving an example, if someone is training an hour and a half, 2 hours a day for 5 or 6 days a week, and that person probably need a bit more than 2,500 for a meal, because you're burning quite a lot of it. And without carbohydrates, it's a fuel of energy. Yeah, so you need it. It's just fuel. Yeah, for you to do things and go A to B. So you need it. But of course, you need to understand, am I eating too much? But easy to, you don't have to rocket science to understand that. I think if you look at your body shape, and sometimes we can tell, and we all can tell, okay, I have stored a bit of fat on my arms, on my belly, here and there. But I think when you start training, when you start doing a bit of healthy diet, is be consistent is the most important thing. So be consistent, uh, put more time into a bit of hard works, Bit of dedication is important. So, I always say nothing comes easy in life with the hard work and dedication. So you gotta have, you know, the right mindset for it. So again, with the protein, you can take 1 gram of protein per kilo body weights. But again, it could go a little bit higher, lower, depending on your activity. So, but it's very important that you know how much protein you're taking on your meal, the carbohydrate, but also make sure you're eating some nuts, which is a good fat, some fruits, which have a lot of vitamin C, some antioxidants. So these are important. So always having a good mix of food is always good. Just some carbohydrates, some fruits, some meat, some eggs, things like this. So always mix up. Yogurt is good as well. So a low fat yogurt is ideally is the best. So protein, 1 gram per kilo body weight is good. This is how much normal person takes it, or less or more, like I said. But if someone is training, I tend to take 1.5 or more than 1 gram per kilo of my body weight. So I try to take about 70 to 80 grams a protein in a day, which is I think I need it for myself. So that's very important. So that you enjoy, first thing, you have a good breakfast, start your day well. uh, Me personally, I love coffee, but I have a black coffee, so it's because I have a black coffee, so that give me the caffeine. So when I go to the gym, I have a bit of energy to work hard a little bit. So that's my routine. So I talk about breakfast, I talk about the calories up and down, the proteins up and down as well, and I talk about that we must stay healthy, healthy and active, because the COVID proved to us that it doesn't care whether you're rich or poor, or as long as you're healthy, you can fight not just this virus, but obviously being active, eating good is also good for keeps your stress level low. A lot of the heart disease keep minimizes. Or so again, exercise doesn't stop you getting all this, but we try to minimize it for you. So I hope everyone just don't want to talk too much with the diets and the breakfast. I think it's gonna be boring, but try to have a healthy breakfast, not croissant, not biscuit in the morning. So have some start your day well. That is it. And it's hard. I know it's hard because people work, and we will wake up late sometimes, and we rush in. But I think it's important to make time for your health, and that is most important than making time for your work. I think is important, but making time for your health is also important. So today I'll show you some exercise that I always say when it comes to exercise. I talked about last week that doing some cardio and strength. So cardio is good for your heart. The cardiovascular system is good for the heart. So today I will not show any kind of cardiovascular trainings. Cardiovascular means you can do training that raise your heart level up, makes you sweat and makes you breathe harder. So running, jogging, sprinting, going on the treadmill, bikes, these things are great. But if you have any knee problem, the hip problem, you probably don't want to run on the road concrete, because it's the impact, you create the force between you, your feet and the floor. So there's a lot of impact on your joints. So probably walking is great. Walking uphill is good as well. So try many things. Like I said, no program is one program, one doesn't fit all. So it's every program, every diet plans are different to everybody. So I will suggest that you go and try different things and see what works for you. It's like my shoe size will not fit everybody. So that is, so try different things, see what you like, what you enjoys, what makes you happy. So that is the most important thing. So today I'll show you some exercise just for the upper body. So we call it press ups, shoulder press, bent over row. Then I'll show you some core training. Um, I'm lucky to borrow some of the gym equipments from my school. So I have it. But if some of you don't have it, still you can do it. They're basically body weights. So I'll demonstrate to you these, and you can try on. So always important to train there's a many different split session you can do, many routines of training you can do. But I advise people to do 1 day, upper body. So upper body means your arms, your chest, your shoulder, your back. That's upper body. When we talk about lower body, we talk about your legs, and it's very important that you train your legs. Legs is the most important because it's the legs what carries you A to B. So having a strong legs is having a strong foundation for a building. So leg is the foundation for your upper body. So having a strong legs, strong core is important, vital. So let's go and start showing some of the exercises that I can tell you today. I'll just twist the camera a little bit so it is all fantastic. I think we all can see about here. Yeah. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is press ups. So I will suggest that everyone that you have, it's best to have a mat if you got it, but it's a wooden floor. You might have a little, it's hard for your knee. So put something, it's better to put some softening on it. So first one I'm going to show you press up, but easy versions. I know a lot of people when they start doing press up, it's not easy to do it. So I've got a little handle here that I use. So it kind of elevates my arms from the floor. So some people might have a shoulder problem, so it takes a little bit of pressure from the shoulders. So we've got to be able to teach everyone and encourage everyone to do exercise. But as a professional coach, we have to try to do things a safe way as well. So I'll show you the first one. You can see first one is here. And I'm bending my knee. Normally the press ups is like this. So leg straight. So whole body straight and your core is tight. But if that's hard for you, you bend the knee and you can do this. All on your knee. So that's the easy version. And you can see my whole body is completely straight. I am not kind of my body, there is no wave on my back. So my back is completely straight. So the harder one is you keep your body straight. I hope everyone can see me. So here it is. So that's your press ups. So the question, how many should you do? If you're beginners, start with, see if you can do a few, like 3 or 4 or 5 times by 2 or 3. That's the beginners, yeah? So if you haven't done exercise before, I understand that you got to be able to start somewhere. And so do 3 or 4, see how many you can get it for the beginners. For advanced that you can do it, you should be able to do 10 reps of 4 to 5 sets of press-ups. The next exercise I'm going to show you is your shoulder press. So we all know that's our shoulder. And when we talk about press, we're talking about pressing up. So I've got some dumbbells here. They might be a little bit heavy, so they're 12.5. But what you can do is you grab a resistance bands, and simple things. You can be on your knee, like I showed you before. You can be that positions. And from here, shoulder press. So here we go. You can pull these resistance bands. So the reason we do shoulder press is that we have better strength in the shoulders. So keep our body in good postures rather than we leaning forward, especially people who spend a lot of time on the computer, things like this, that you might have which we call it rotator cuff muscles, that we damage it or we get things weakened because the muscle on our shoulders, if it's not strong, eventually the muscles that get weaker, the joints, the ligaments, the cartilage become the weaker. The stronger the muscles are, the stronger your ligaments, cartilage, and joints stay. It's like almost the stronger muscles, that everything stay very compact, very strong. So shoulder press again, 1, 2. Now if that's easy for you, you can grab a dumbbells, which I have it here, which is 1, 2, 3. So these are 12.5 kilo dumbbells. So if these are heavy for you, grab a light one. Try to start doing some shoulder press, resistant bends here in my hand. I showed you. Also with the resistant bends, you can do some reverse fly. Just pull it and get your shoulder blade, squeeze the shoulder blade. So that is very important. So I showed you shoulder press today, showed you press ups, but next thing I'm going to show you is the bent over row, which is good for the back. So again, you can use the dumbbells, you can use a barbell, or just simple things. So you bend, that's why it's called bent over row. So I'll come a bit closer. So the knee a little bit bend. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, that's the motion you're doing. You are kind of keeping the arm close to the body, and you're bringing it here, rather than elbows out. Your elbow cannot be out like this. It has to be straight. So you are squeezing the back. So I'm going to show you the dumbbell now. The same thing, bent over row. So we here, stand up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's your bent over row. You do, how many should you do? Beginners, you should try to do, if it's not dumbbells, just the resistant bends, you can do about 15, 12, 10 reps. Have a little break, do it about 3 or 4 times. If you advance, you can use the dumbbells, and I would say 6, 8, 10, roughly that kind of, and do it to 3 to 4 times. So the important thing is when you do bent over row, that you got to squeeze the back, yeah? Keep this core engaged, means keep the core tight. So you're not just training the back, the shoulder, the chest, but you also, your core engaged, means your core is working. So I showed you today press ups, the easy and the hard versions. I showed you shoulder press with the resistant bends, which is the easy versions, shoulder press with the dumbbells. I showed you with the resistant bends, the bent over row, and I showed you the bent over row with the dumbbells. These are the compound means they are big exercise. They work not just one muscles, they work various muscles. So when I'm lifting my shoulders, it works my arms too. When I'm doing bent over row, it also works my arms and my shoulder. When I do press ups, I'm the chest, the back, the shoulders, the arms, they're all working. So it's almost like killing a 2 birds with 1 stone. So you're focusing on your compound because that is something you do for your functional base. So I hope you will do these 3 exercises that I showed you. I mean, there's a lot of exercises I can show you, but I'm just trying to cover the base that you can do home while, you know, there's nothing to do. There's no gym is open. It must be frustrating for a lot of people. I love my gym myself. So I hope all you guys, everyone watching this program, the viewers, it's time for you to now try this exercise. And if you don't want to try it today, start from tomorrow. Having a good breakfast, start it from tomorrow. And it's a sunny day. So let's go outside and enjoy it. So everyone, bye. And I'll start the Bengali versions now straight away.